welcome to Master English. The class is to secondary English, my greatest Olympic prize. Unit 1 पढ़ी सारी छे, warm up section पढ़ी सारी छे. आज हमें पढ़ीवा Unit 2 and 3. आज complete हबो, काली exam हबो बिले. Simple कथा छे. So, the warm up section. Warm up section रे कौन अछि बिले? Anger is the worst enemy of an athlete. Anger, A-N-G-E-R. Anger कहले कौन पिले राग anger कहले राग. So anger is the worst enemy. Worst is the superlative form of bad. The worst enemy सीधी में लगी ची worst enemy of an athlete. Athlete जने खेलाली रो सबुठार बड़ शत्रु होची राग. मनीष जदि से आम शुणी क्रिकेट जो कमेंटेटर करते धोनी महेंद्र सिंह धोनी को कैप्टेन कूल बोली कहा जाए. सो worst enemy of an athlete. Read the following unit of the text and find out how Owen suffered for his anger and who bailed him out. Bailed out, B-A-I-L-E-D-O-U-T. Bailed out कहले शांत करेवा. Bailed out कहले शांत करेवा. Belt out कहले शांत करेवा. हाँ, तो ये तांको शांत करेले से केमती कौन कले से विषय में पढ़िबा दे. So an angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistake. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistake. जने रागी खेलाली से खेलाली जिए भूल करी थाए, make mistake. As any coach will tell you, and these are the words of a coach. First time, whenever you will join any academy, the coach will tell you the things. Coach कहिबे जे जेतेबेले खेलुचो be cool, calm, will tell you I was no exception. And what happens? I was no exception. मु मध्य exception कहले व्यतिक्रम नथिली. एक्सेप्शन कहले व्यतिक्रम. तो मोर मध्य कोनोसी व्यतिक्रम हैला नाही. मु मध्य ताहा सेठी भोग करूथिली. केमती? ऑन द फर्स्ट ऑफ माय 3 क्वालिफाइंग जंप्स. ओलंपिक रे जो क्वालिफाइंग जंप्स होतला, ऑन द फर्स्ट ऑफ माय 3 क्वालिफाइंग जंप्स. तीन थरो क्वालिफाई करिबा पई चांस मिले थाए. तो मोर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट जो थिला क्वालिफाइंग जंप्स रो कौन हला पिले आई लेफ्ट L-E-A-P-T लेफ्ट कहले डेइबा. L-E-A-P-T लेफ्ट कहले डेइबा. So I left. What happens? I left from several inches. Several inches. Several कहले अनेक आम जानिथिबा. Several कहले many. Several stand for many. So several inches beyond the take off board. जोठी टेक अप बोर्ड थिला से टेक अप बोर्ड रो बहुत आगरु मु कोन कली डेई पडिले. जहा फल रे कोन हला पिले आई लेफ्ट फ्रॉम सेवरल इंचेस बियॉन्ड द टेक अप बोर्ड फॉर अ नो जंप एंड दैट जंप वाज कंसीडर्ड एज नो जंप. जहा फल रे सेटा गोटे माने फॉल्ट जंप बा फाउल जंप हला आउ से जंप टाको कंसीडर करा गला नाही. On the second jump, first प्रथम तीन थर डेइबार अछि तो प्रथम थर गला सेकंड टाइम बर्तमान. On the second jump, 2 नंबर जंप जो हैला, on the second jump I was even worse. Comparative degree of bad, worse, worst. प्रथमे superlative degree लागिथिला, worst एठी लागिला comparative degree. जेतेबेले दुईटा जिंस भितर कंपैरिजन हबो सेतेबेले आमे वर्स टाकू व्यवहार करि थाउ. सो एंड द सेकंड जंप इट वाज इवन वर्स. ता थारु प्रथम जंप थारु एटा आहुरी खराब थिला. डिड आई कम 3000 माइल्स फॉर दिस? आई वाज थिंकिंग. डिड आई कम 3000 माइल्स फॉर दिस? मु एथि पई माने ए ट्रायल रे फेल हेबा पई 3000 किलोमीटर दूरिया अमेरिका रू जर्मन को आसीची की. आई वाज थिंकिंग, आई वाज टेलिंग टू माय सेल्फ. मु निजो को निजे कहउथली, निजो को निजे धिक्कार करूथली. हैं I thought bitterly. Bitterly कहले तिक्त भावना. Bitter कहले तिक्त. मो मनरे एक तिक्त भावना सृष्टि ହେଲା. ମୁଁ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ଅପମାନିତ ମନେ କରୁଥିଲି. I thought bitterly to fail in the trial and make a fool of myself. That I'll fail in the trial and make a fool of myself. ए ट्रायल रे फेल ହେଇକିରି ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ମୁଁ ନିନ୍ଦିତ ହେବି. ଲୋକମାନେ ମତେ ଅପମାନ ଦେବେ. ଏଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କଣ 3000 କିଲୋମିଟର ସୁଦୂର ଆମେରିକାର ବର୍ଲିନକୁ ଆସିଛି ଅଲିମ୍ପିକରେ ଖେଳିବା ପାଇଁ. I was asking to myself. ମୁଁ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରୁଥିଲି ସେ ସମୟରେ. Walking a few words from the pit. Pit କହିଲେ the track, long jump track. So walking a few words, few କହିଲେ କିଛି ବାଟ. Yards କହିଲେ ଗଜ. ଗଜ କହିଲେ ମିଟର ଆମେ ବୁଝିଥିବା ପିଲେ. So walking a few yards from the pit. से जो माने लॉन्ग जंप ର ପିଟ୍ ଥିଲା जो ट्रैक थिला ସେଇଠୁ କିଛି ବାଟ ମୁଁ ଚାଲି ଗଲି. I kicked disgustedly DISGUSTEDLY annoyingly disgustedly stand for annoyingly ବିରକ୍ତିକର ଭାବେ ବିରକ୍ତ ହେଇକିରି କଣ କଲି ଆମେ ଦେଖିଥିବା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଟେନସନ ହେଇ ଯାଉଛେ ଇଭେନ ଘରେ ତ ବହୁତ ପିଲାମାନେ ଏଭଳି କରନ୍ତି ମା ବାପାଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ରାଗ ସୁଝେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଇକି ରିମୋଟ ଧରିକି ଫିଙ୍ଗି ଦିଅ ଟିଭି କୁ ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଦିଅ ଆଉ କଣ କରିଦିଅ. ସୋ ଏଇଭଳିଆ such type of things was happening there with Jesse Owens ସେଇ ସମୟରେ. So you know at the ground ତ ଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡ କୁ ମୁଁ କଣ କଲି ଦୁଇ ନାତ ମାରିଛି ସେ ସମୟରେ. I kicked disgustedly ground. Suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder. All of a sudden हठात कौन हला पिले I felt a hand on my shoulder. मोर कांध SHOULDER shoulder कहले कांध SHOLDIER soldier कहले SOLDIER soldier कहले सैनिक. shoulder और soldier भितरे निश्चित भावे हमें जानिबा डिफरेंस. So I felt hand on my shoulder. I turned to look into ମୁଁ बोली पड़िली देखिबा पाए. So I turned to look into the friendly blue eyes of the German long jumper. The friendly blue eyes किए थिला पछपटे. It was none other than Lord Long standing behind my back. वो पछपटे किए ठिया थिला. You know Lord Long was there and he was looking me friendly. बंधुत्वपूर्ण नयनरे से मते देखुथिले. German long jumper. He had easily qualified for the final on his first attempt. And that person, Lord Long, he had easily qualified in his first attempt. ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରଥମ attempt ରେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଉଦ୍ୟମରେ ସେ qualify କରି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି already. He had already qualified. First attempt. And he offered me a firm handshake. से जेतेबेले मु तांकु देखिछि से मो आडु को हाथ बढ़ाई देले कोन करिबा पे हैंडशेक करिबा पे. Who offered me firm handshake? Lord Long, the German long jumper. And he said, Jesse Owens, I'm Lord Long. I'm Lord Long. I don't think we have met. आमे केबे मिसिने आमे केबे कथावार्ता हेने. You are Jesse Owens, I'm Lord Long as far as I'm concerned, and we have never met. He spoke English with well, though with a German twist on it. And he spoke English well. भलो इंग्रजी कहतले. Spoke माने B2 form of speak. So he spoke English well. से भलो इंग्रजी कहतले. Though with a German twist to it. जर्मन ट्विस्ट थिला से इंग्रजी रे जर्मन ट्विस्ट जर्मन एक्सेंट रो वासना जणा पडुतला जेमती हमर उपकूलवर्ती अंचल रो इंग्रजी शिक्षक माने नॉर्मली जते बेले दो आई आल्सो बिलोंग्स टू दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन कोन कहंती देखिबा हमर जेमती प्रोनाउंसिएशन करा जाय ब्याट कैट फिशी रैट एटा ओडिया ट्विस्ट. This is the Odia twist in English. याकु कहिबा में Odia twist in English. Like that. That German twist was there. That German twist was there. So glad to meet you. And I said, glad to meet you. ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖି ଖୁସି ଲାଗିଲା. Glad to meet you. Eh? I said, then trying to hide my nervousness. I was trying to hide my nervousness. সেই সমୟରେ ମୁଁ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଥିବା nervousness କୁ ଲୁଚଉଥିଲେ. I was frustrated after being disqualified in my first two qualifying jumps. I was a bit nervous still while tackling with my opponents. I don't want to let him know what was going inside me. ମୋ ଭିତରେ କ'ଣ ଚାଲିଥିଲା ମୁଁ ସେଟା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଜାଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଦଉ ନଥିଲି. Trying to hide my nervousness, I added, how you? ମୁଁ କହିଲି କ'ଣ କହିଲି? How are you? ତାକୁ କହିଲା ବେଳେ how you? So how you? I'm fine. Long reflects. I'm fine. ମୁଁ ଭଲ ଅଛି. I'm fine. The question is how are you? ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉଠୁଛି ଯେ ତମେ କେମିତି ଅଛ? ଗତ ବର୍ଷ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟିର ଚାମ୍ପିୟନ, ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟିର ଟପର, ଅଲିମ୍ପିକ ରେକର୍ଡ ହୋଲ୍ଡର, ସେ ଆଜି କ୍ୱାଲିଫାଇଂ ଜମ୍ପରେ ଯଦି ଭୁଲ କରୁଛି obviously ଯେକୌଣସି ଲୋକ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରିବ. ତ ଲଜଲଙ୍ଗ ବି ସେଇ ଜିନିଷକୁ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରିକି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି. I am fine. ମୁଁ ଭଲ ଅଛି. The question is how are you? ତମେ କେମିତି ଅଛ? Who asked? These are the questions. This is the question being asked by Lodlong to Jesse Owens. What do you mean? I asked. ଚୋର ମୁହଁ ବଡ଼ ଟାଣ ଲୋକ କହନ୍ତି ନାଇଁ ବୋଲେ. ସୋ ଏଠି ଜେସେ ଓୱେନ୍ସ ତ ନିଜେ ନର୍ଭସ୍ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ତାଙ୍କ ନର୍ଭସନେସ୍ ଲୁଚେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଟ୍ରାଏ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. ତ ସେ କହିଲେ what do you mean? ଆପଣ କ'ଣ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହାନ୍ତି? What do you mean? I asked. Something must be eating you. Lodlong replied. Something must be eating you. ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ଚାଲିଛି. Something is going on. Something is irritating you. ଆପଣ ବିରକ୍ତି ମାନେ ଆପଣ cool ନାହାନ୍ତି. You are not cool. So something must be eating you. He said, proud. ଗର୍ବ ଲାଗେ. Proud the way foreigners are when they have mastered a bit of American slang. Slang କହିଲେ local language. Slang କହିଲେ କ'ଣ ପିଲେ? SLANG. Slang କହିଲେ local dialect. Local dialect ମାନେ ଆଞ୍ଚଳିକ ଭାଷା. ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ଆ ବ ଏଭଳିଆ କହୁଛେ. ଆ ବ ସେ ଜାଗାରେ ଆସ, ବସ କହିବା ଜାଗାରେ ଆ ବ. ତ ଏଇଭଳିଆ ଯୋଉ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଅଲସୋ ଆମେରିକାନ ସ୍ଲାଙ୍ଗ. ଆମେରିକାରେ ଲୋକାଲ ଲୋକମାନେ ଏଇଭଳିଆ ଭାଷା ବ୍ୟବହାର କରନ୍ତି. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed, Lodlong said. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. ଆପଣ ଆଖି ବନ୍ଦ କରିକି କ୍ୱାଲିଫାଇ କରିଯିବା କଥା. Who said? Lodlong. କାହାକୁ କହିଲେ? ଜେସେ ଓୱେନ୍ସକୁ କହିଲେ. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. ଆଖି ବନ୍ଦ କରିକି କ୍ୱାଲିଫାଇ. 26 ଫୁଟ ଡେଇଁବା ଲୋକ 20 ଫୁଟର କ୍ୱାଲିଫାଇଂ ଜମ୍ପରେ ଭୁଲ କରୁଛି. How is this? Isn't it disgusting? Who is asking this question? This question are being asked by Lodlong. To whom? To Jesse Owens. Why? After he was being questioned. What do you mean? Believe me, I know it. Jesse Owens told. Believe me, mate vishwas karantu. Mu janichi. I know it. Believe me, I know it. I told him. Mu tanku kahili. Ka kahili? To yes. To Lodlong. And it felt good to say that to someone. And it felt good to say that to someone. ଯେତେବେଳେ ମଣିଷ ଟେନ୍ସରେ ଥାଏ, ସେ ଟେନ୍ସରେ ଥିବା କଥା, ସେ ଯୋଉ କଥାକୁ ନେଇକି ଟେନ୍ସରେ ଥାଏ, କାହା ସହିତ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେୟାର କରିଦିଏ ତାକୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗେ. ତ ଏଠି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇଏ କହିଛନ୍ତି, କିଏ କହିଛନ୍ତି? ଜେସେ ଓୱେନ୍ସ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଲଡ୍ଲଙ୍ଗଙ୍କୁ, ବିଲିଭ୍ ମି, ଆଇ ନୋ ଆଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଡୁ ଇଟ୍. ମୁଁ କରିପାରିବି, ଏଇଟା ମୋ ପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ସହଜ ଜିନିଷ. ସେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବି ଟିକେ ରିଲାକ୍ସ ଫିଲ୍ ହେଇଛି. For the next few minutes, ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ କିଛି ମିନିଟ୍ ପାଇଁ we talked together. ଆମେ ଦି ଜଣ ଏକାଠି କଥା ହେଲୁ. I didn't tell long what was eating me. And I didn't tell, ମୁଁ କହିଲି ନାହିଁ କାହାକୁ ଲଜ୍ ଲଙ୍ଗକୁ, I didn't tell long what was eating me. ମୋ ଭିତରେ କଣ ଚାଲିଥିଲା, କୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଇରିଟେଟ୍ ଥିଲି. I did not tell him at all. ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଜମାରୁ କହି ନାହିଁ. I didn't tell long what was eating me, but he seemed to understand my anger. But he seemed to understand. ମତେ ଲାଗୁଥିଲା ସେ ବୁଝି ଯାଉଥିଲେ. Seem କହିଲେ ଭଳି. So he seemed to understand. ମତେ ଲାଗୁଥିଲା ସେ ବୁଝି ଯାଉଥିଲେ. Understand my anger. ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଥିବା ରାଗକୁ ସେ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଥିଲେ. ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି angry ଥିଲି ସେ କଥା ସେ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଥିଲେ. Anger. And he took pain to reassure. ଆଶ୍ୱସ୍ତ କରିବା. R-E-A-S-S-U-R-E. ଆଶ୍ୱସ୍ତ. ଆଶ୍ୱସ୍ତ. So he took pain to reassure me. ସେ ସମୟରେ ମାନେ କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ମତେ ଆଶ୍ୱସ୍ତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଥିଲେ. He took pain to reassure me. Although he had been schooled. ଏଠି ସ୍କୁଲ ଶବ୍ଦ କଣ ପିଲେ, ସେ ଏଠି ସ୍କୁଲ କହିଲେ ପାଠ ପଢିଥିଲେ ସେମିତି ନାହିଁ, ସେ ବଢିଥିଲେ. ସେ ନାଜି ସିଭିଲାଇଜେସନ ରେ ବଢିଥିଲେ. Although he had been schooled in the Nazi youth movement. ନାଜି ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସେ ବଢିଥିଲେ, ଜର୍ମାନ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ପିଲା ଦିନରୁ ଥିଲେ, ସେ ବଡ ହେଇଥିଲେ. Though he had been schooled in the Nazi youth movement, he did not believe in the Aryan supremacy business any more than I did. ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲି, ସେ ଜର୍ମାନ ମାନଙ୍କର କଥାକୁ ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲି, ସେ ଜର୍ମାନ ମାନଙ୍କର ନାଜିବାଦ ଉପରେ ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲି, ସେ ସେତିକି ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁନଥିଲେ. He was not at all in mood to tell that Aryan people or the Nazi people are the superior race or master race than I did. ଯେତିକି ମୁଁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲି. We laughed over the fact. Thereafter we laughed. ଆମେ ହସିଲୁ over the fact. ସେ fact ଉପରେ କୋଉଟା fact ଥିଲା, କଣ what the fact? You know that he really looked the part. That he means lodge long. Look the part. Part କହିଲେ ଅଂଶ. Look the part. କାହାର ଅଂଶ ଭଳିଆ ଦେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲେ, ସେ ଗୋଟେ ସୁପିରିୟର ରେସ୍ ର ଅଂଶ ଭଳିଆ ଦେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲେ, ଗୋଟେ ମାଷ୍ଟର ରେସ୍ ର ଅଂଶ ଭଳିଆ ଦେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲେ. ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ କହିଲି, you are looking, strikingly handsome, and you are looking like a people who belongs to master race. I told so, and we laughed together. ଆମେ ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ହସିଲୁ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ. What though an inch taller than I. ସେ ଏଠି ତାଙ୍କର appearance, physical appearance କାହାର, ଲଜ୍ ଲଙ୍ଗଙ୍କର ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରାଯାଇଛି. An inch taller than I. ମୋ ଠାରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଇଞ୍ଚ ଲମ୍ବା ଥିଲେ ସେ. An inch taller than I. He had a lean କହିଲେ ପତଳା ପିଲେ. Lean. Lean କହିଲେ ପତଳା ମାନେ thin. So lean, muscular, ମାଂସପେଶୀ ଯୁକ୍ତ. ଟାଇଗର ଶ୍ରଫ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଥିବା, ପତଳା ସିନା ତାର ଚାରିଆଡେ ମସଲ୍ସ କଟ୍ ପିସ୍ ସବୁ ଯେମିତି ବାହାରିଛି ସେ ଭଳିଆ. So lean, muscular frame, clear blue eyes, ସୁନ୍ଦର ନୀଳ ଆଖି, clear blue eyes, fair hair, ସୁନ୍ଦର ଚୁଟି, fair hair, and strikingly handsome face. ବହୁତ strikingly handsome କହିଲେ attractive. ତାଙ୍କ ମୁହଁକୁ ଦେଖିଲେ ସତେ କି ସମ୍ମୋହନ ଥିଲା, ଅତୀବ ସୁନ୍ଦର ଦେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲେ. strikingly handsome face. Finally, seeing that I had calmed down somewhat. Finally, when Lodlong realized that I had calmed down somewhat, to some extent I'd been cool at the time. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଦେଖିଲେ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲି, ମୋ ଭିତରୁ ରାଗଟା ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ଅପସରି ଯାଇଥିଲା. He pointed to the take up board. ସେ କଣ କଲେ, ସେ take up board କୁ ପଏଣ୍ଟ କରିକି କହିଲେ. Pointed to the take up board. Look, who said? Lodlong said, look, why don't you draw a line a few inches at the back of the take up board? Why don't you draw a line few inches back at the take up board? ଗୋଟେ କାମ କର, ସେ ଟେକ୍ ଅପ୍ ବୋର୍ଡର କିଛି ଇଞ୍ଚ ଦୂରିଆରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଗାର टाणी दियो जेमती क्रिकेटर माने रन निजर माने कोन रन रनिंग ये नियंती तो सेतबेले गोटे चिन्ह दियंती जोठू से माने दौड़ीबे बॉलिंग करिबा पाई रनर अप जाको कहते हमें running line. So aim at making you take up from there. Draw a line and aim, at making you take up from there. Say to, tomorrow take up niyo, taman doudo. You will be sure not to foul, and you will be sure not to foul. कम से कम tomorrow foul तो होबो नहीं, भूल तो होबो नहीं. And you certainly ought to jump far enough to qualify. And you certainly jump far enough to qualify. Qualify करिबा पई जेतिकी माने डिस्टेंस दूरता आवश्यक तमे निश्चित भाबरे जंप करि परिबो सेटु डेइले मध्य. What does it matter if you are not first in the trial? What does it matter if you are not first in the trial? Trial रे प्रथम द्वितीय तृतीय फास्ट नहेले कोनटा हे जिवो कि जेमती टेस्ट परीक्षा रे मोर कम मार्क आसीगला. Doesn't matter. Nobody will talk about it. What matters are board exam matter. Board exam रे जदि मोर मार्क कमी जाए निश्चित भावे बापा माँ क्वेश्चन करिवे. Test परीक्षा doesn't matter. Nobody will think about it. Nobody will ask about it. How much you score in your test exam, etc., etc. Yes or no? Oh, and trials. Tomorrow is what counts. Tomorrow is what counts. Tomorrow is final, and that counts. That depends. ସେଇଟା मैटर करूची काउंट कहले मैटर नहीं. Suddenly all the tension एक कथा सुनिला परे all of a sudden all the tension मो भीतर जहाँ टेंशन थिला कहला पिले about from my body ebb out EBBOUT ebb out कहले बाहरी जीवा ebb out EBBOUT. So suddenly all the tension मो भीतर जहाँ टेंशन थिला seem to ebb out मो बॉडी भीतर बाहरी गला of my body at the truth of what he said hit me. कारण से जहाँ कहूतिले निराट सत्य कहूतिले आ से सत्य को मो से समय अनुभव करि पारिथिले. से सत्य को मो अनुभव करि पारिथिले. Confidently what I did next, confidently I drew a line a full foot behind the checkerboard. So what I did, I drew a line full foot behind the checkerboard. Checkerboard ro gotte foot छाड़ी के कौन कली पिले गोटे लाइन टाणी देली behind the checkerboard. Proceeded to jump from there and started to run and jump from there. मु दौड़ीबा आरंभ कली सेठु डेइबा पाई jump from there. I qualified with almost a foot to spare, and I qualified. In the last qualifying jump, I qualified. मु qualify करी गली almost a foot to spare. गोटे फुट अधिक डेई की मु qualify करी गली. ये थिला unit 2. As per my commitment, unit 3 आज सारीबा. So don't go anywhere. कारण काली परीक्षा अछि प्ले. So that night, সেই দিন সেই qualifying jump দিনৰ কথা. That night I walked over to Lord Long's room in the Olympic Village. সেই দিন ରାତିରେ ମୁଁ ଲର୍ଡ ଲଙ୍ଗର Olympic Village ଭିତରେ ଥିବା ଲର୍ଡ ଲଙ୍ଗଙ୍କ ରୁମ୍ କୁ ଗଲି. ଚାଲିକିରି ଗଲି Olympic Village to thank him. Why did I go there? The question arises here. Why did I go there? To thank him. तांकु धन्यवाद दवा पाए. I knew मो जानुथिली मो अनुभव करिथुली सेही समय. I knew that if it had not been for him, जदि से सेठी नथान्ते से मते कही नथान्ते, probably I would not be jumping in the finals the following day. से दिन से जदि मते रीअश्योर करि नथान्ते मु आसंता काली जो फाइनल थिला मु से फाइनल रे भाग नै नथान्ते. कारण क्वालिफाइंग जंप थ्रू हुई मु विदाय नै जाई थान्ते. So I could understand मु बुझी पारुथिली से समय से कथा. We sat in his quarters. मु जतेबेले गली तांको क्वार्टर रे हमें बसिलु. We sat in his quarters and talked for 2 hours. And talked there for 2 hours. 2 long hours we talked. 2 घंटा समय दीर्घ 2 घंटा समय आमे कथा हेलु कोन कथा हेलु अबाउट ट्रैक एंड फील्ड खेल विषय कथा हेलु ट्रैक एंड फील्ड ourselves आम विषय तांको परिवार विषय मो परिवार विषय कथा ourselves the situation of the world पृथ्वीर से समर जो परिस्थिति राजनैतिक परिस्थिति थिला world situation and a dozen other things आउ भी अनेक विषय विषय आमे 2 घंटा भितरे कथा हेलु when I finally got up to leave and finally it was time I want to sleep and I got up to leave जेतले मु उठिली जीवा पाई मो रूम को got up to leave we both knew आमे दुई जण जानी पारुथुलु आमे दुई जण अनुभव करि पारुथुलु that a real friendship एक प्रकृत बंधुता a real friendship had been formed सृष्टि हेइथिला तो आम दुई जनक भितरे एक प्रकृत बंधुता सृष्टि हेइथिला and Lord would go out to the field the next day trying to beat me if he could आमे बुझुथुलु आमे कथा भी होउथुलु जे आसंते काली लॉर्ड्स फील्ड को जिबे कोन करिबा पई मते हरेबा पई जदी से पारिबे so you'd go where to the next day trying to beat me if he had that ability to beat me then he will go there but knew that he wanted me to do my worst still though we are opponents he wanted me to do my best से चाहूतले मु मोर बेस्ट देबी तमे तमरो बेस्ट दबो जे भलो दबो भलो माने दुई जन के भितरे जे बेस्ट करिवो से ही जीतिबो this is called sportsman spirit याकु ही कहिबा खेलुआर मनोभाव even if that meant my winning सेतरे मु जितिले भी no problem मु जदी बेस्ट देई कि जीतु जी ताहले भी no problem and it was the word of Lord wrong as it turned out एहार फल स्वरूप परिणाम स्वरूप कोन हितिबा बिले तगड़ा हितिबो निश्चित भाबे जतबेले दुई जण दुईटा दंत हाथी फील्ड रे लड़ाई करिवे ताहले माने लड़ाईटा बहुत मजादार हुए तो से बळे दुई जण चैंपियन थिले लॉर्ड लॉन्ग आउ जेसे ओवेंस दुई जण का भितरे जोरदार लड़ाई हैला परवर्ती दिन as it turned out Lord broke his own past record Lord Long what he did he broke his own past record से तांकर निजर अतीतर जो रेकर्ड थिला भांगी देले this is what we call life guys you have to break your record every day प्रत्येक दिन निजर रेकर्ड को निजे भांगीबा दरकार आज 10 पेज पढुचो काली 11 पेज पढिबा दरकार आज जदी 3 घंटा पढुचो काली कम से कम 3 घंटा 1 मिनिट पढिबा दरकार so this is what we call life so Lodge broke his own past record in doing so ଏହା କରିବା द्वारा in doing so what happens he pushed me से मते ठेली देले माने बाध्य कले he forced me onto a peak performance कहले कोन पिले peak कहले top performance कहले best performance or top performance so he pushed me to a peak performance मते से बाध्य कले मोर बेस्ट दबा पई I remember more mane achi sedinor kotha I remember that at the time it instant koile time so at the instant I landed from my final jump jete bele mu mor final jump daily olympic re tinita jump हुए tinita jump ro calculation hobo je sabutar mane adhika deibo सेटा ही होची कोन तमरो final so I landed from my final jump the one which set the Olympic record of 26 feet 5.4 inches and that was an Olympic record मोर जो फाइनल जंप ता थिला सेटा एक ओलंपिक रेकॉर्ड थिला जो थरे मु 26.5.4 इंच दे थिले that set an Olympic record of 26 feet 4 inches he was at my side and at the time Lord Long was at my side he was at my side से मोर पार्श्व रे थिले कोन करूथिले congratulating me. And he was congratulating me. Se mote shubhecha janaଉଥିଲେ. Who was congratulating me? Lord Long was congratulating me. Despite the fact, ଏହା ସତ୍ତ୍ୱେ, ଏହା ଏକ ସତ୍ୟ ଯେ ଏହା ସତ୍ତ୍ୱେ କଣ ସତ୍ୟ ଥିଲା ବେଲେ, despite the fact that Hitler glared, G-L-A-R-E-D, glared, to stare angrily, ରାଗରେ କଟମଟ କରି ଚାହିଁବା, to stare angrily. Hitler glared at us from the stands, pavilion ରୁ ବସିକିରି ହିଟଲର ଆମ ଦୁଇ ଜଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ. Glared at us from the stand, not 100 yards away. 100 ଗଜ ବି ହବ ନାହିଁ. 100 ଗଜ ଦୂରରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଦେଶର ଶାସକ, ମାନେ ଏକଛତ୍ରବାଦୀ ଶାସକ ହିଟଲର ଆମକୁ କଟମଟ କରି ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ. ତଥାପି ତାଙ୍କର ଭ୍ରୂକ୍ଷେପ ନଥିଲା ସେ ପ୍ରତି. ସେ ମତେ କଂଗ୍ରାଚୁଲେସନ ଜଣାଉଥିଲେ, ଶୁଭେଚ୍ଛା ଜଣାଉଥିଲେ. Lord shook my hand hard and he was shaking my hand hard. ସେ ସମୟରେ ସେ ମୋ ସହିତ କରମର୍ଦ୍ଦନ କରୁଥିଲେ. And it was not fake smile. ତାଙ୍କ ମୁହଁରେ ଯୋଉ ସ୍ମାଇଲ ଥିଲା, ଯୋଉ ସ୍ମିତହାସ୍ୟ ଥିଲା, it was not fake. With a broken heart sort of grief either. କିମ୍ବା ତାଙ୍କ ହୃଦୟ ମାନେ ବ୍ୟଥିତ ନଥିଲା. ହାରିବାର ଦୁଃଖ ତାଙ୍କ ମନରେ ନଥିଲା, ହାରିବାର ଯନ୍ତ୍ରଣା ତାଙ୍କ ମନରେ ନଥିଲା. He was as happy as he was. ସେ ଯେମିତି ଖୁସି ଥିଲେ, ଗତ ରାତିରେ ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କଥା ହେଇଥିଲି, exactly he was that same man. So he could melt down all the gold medals and cups I have. At that time there was something in my mind. ମୋ ମସ୍ତିଷ୍କରେ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ଆସିଲା. କଣ ପିଲେ? You could melt down all the gold medals and cups. Melt down କହିଲେ ତରଳେଇବା. Melt down କହିଲେ ତରଳେଇବା. You could melt down all the gold medals and cups I have. ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଯେତିକ ଗୋଲ୍ଡ ମେଡାଲ ଏବଂ ଗୋଲ୍ଡ କପ୍ ଅଛି, ସବୁକୁ ଯଦି ମୁଁ ତରଳେଇ ଦେବି, if I'll melt them down, and they would not be a plating on the 24 carat friendship. ଆମ ଭିତରେ ଯୋଉ 24 କ୍ୟାରେଟ ସୁନାର ବନ୍ଧୁତା ହେଇଥିଲା, ସେ 24 କ୍ୟାରେଟ ବନ୍ଧୁତାର ଉପରେ ଏକ ପ୍ରଲେପ ବି ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ. ସେଇ 24 କ୍ୟାରେଟ ଗୋଲ୍ଡଟା ଫିକା ପଡିଯିବ. ଆମର ବନ୍ଧୁତା 24 କ୍ୟାରେଟ ଗୋଲ୍ଡ ତ 99.99% ଥାଏ. ଆମର ବନ୍ଧୁତା 100% ଗୋଲ୍ଡରେ ତିଆରି ହେଇଥିଲା. It was not 24 carat, 99.99. It was 100% pure friendship. So Lord shook my hand, and it was not a fake smile. You could melt down all the gold medals and cups I have, and they would not be a plating in the 24 carat friendship. I felt for Lord Long. I felt for Lord Long. ସେଇ ସମୟରେ Lord Longଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଯୋଉ ବନ୍ଧୁତା ଆମ ଭିତରେ ଥିଲା, I felt for at that moment. ତା ଉପରେ ପ୍ରଲେପ ଦିଆଯାଇ ପାରିବ ନାହିଁ. କୌଣସି ସୁନାର ପ୍ରଲେପ, 24 କ୍ୟାରେଟ ସୁନାର ପ୍ରଲେପ କୌଣସି କାମକୁ ନୁହଁ. I realized then, ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ମୁଁ ଅନୁଭବ କରୁଥିଲି, ମୋର ମନେ ପଡୁଥିଲା. କାର କଥା ମନେ ପଡୁଥିଲା? I realized then too that Lodge was the epitome. E-P-I-T-O-M-E. Epitome କହିଲେ example, ଉଦାହରଣ. Epitome କହିଲେ କଣ ପିଲେ? Example, ଉଦାହରଣ. Lodge was the epitome of what? Piero di Coubertin. ମନେ ରଖିବା ନାଟା important. P-I-E-R-R-O. Piero di C-O-U-B-E-R-T-I-N. Piero di Coubertin, the founder of modern Olympic Games. Piero di Coubertin ହଉଛନ୍ତି modern Olympic game ର founder. ଆଧୁନିକ Olympic game ର ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାତା କହିଲେ ଅତ୍ୟୁକ୍ତି ହୁଏ ନାହିଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ. So Olympic Games, that Piero di Coubertin, founder of the modern Olympic Games, must have in mind. ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ ଥିଲା. କଣ ପିଲେ? when he said, ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ କହିଲେ, କଣ କହିଲେ? the important thing in Olympic Games. Olympic Games ର ସବୁଠାରୁ ମହତ୍ୱପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଜିନିଷ ହଉଛି, ଏଟା ପିଏରୋ ଡି କ୍ୟୁବେଟିନ୍ କହିଥିବା କଥା. The important things in Olympic Games is not winning but taking part. What is it? Not winning. Remember this. Not winning but taking part. Taking part. Olympic game ର importance ହଉଛି not winning but taking part. ମାନେ ଜିତିବାଟା ବଡ଼ କଥା ନୁହଁ, ଭାଗ ନବାଟା। ଅଲିମ୍ପିକ ରେ ସାମିଲ ହବାଟା ହଉଛି ବଡ଼ କଥା, ଖେଳିବାଟା ହଉଛି ବଡ଼ କଥା। And the important thing, the essential thing in life, and ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ସେ କହିଥିଲେ, the essential thing in life, ଜୀବନର ସବୁଠାରୁ ମହତ୍ୱପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଜିନିଷ ହେଲା, what is the essential thing of life is not conquering but fighting well. ମନେ ରଖିବା ପିଲେ, not conquering, not conquering. Conquering କହିଲେ କ'ଣ ପିଲେ? ବିଜୟ ହାସଲ କରିବା। Conquering but fighting well, fighting well. So ଜୀବନର ମାନେ ସବୁଠାରୁ ମହତ୍ୱପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଜିନିଷ ହଉଛି ଜିତିବାଟା ବଡ଼ ଜିନିଷ ନୁହଁ। କ'ଣ ତାହେଲେ? ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କରିବା, ପ୍ରୟାସ କରିବା, ଏଫର୍ଟ ନବା, ପାସ୍ ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ପାସ୍ କରିବାଟା ବଡ଼ କଥା ନୁହଁ। ତମେ ପାଠ କେତେ ପଢିଛ, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ। ରମ୍ପା ରମ୍ପି କରିକି ପାସ୍ କରିଦେଲେ ଜୀବନରେ କିଛି କରିପାରିବ ନାହିଁ। ସୋ ପାଠ ପଢ, କାରଣ ଜୀବନର ଅର୍ଥ, ପାଠର ଅର୍ଥ ଜୀବିକା ନିର୍ମାଣ ନୁହଁ, ପାଠର ଅର୍ଥ ହଉଛି ଜୀବନ ନିର୍ମାଣ। ତେଣୁ ପିଲେ ପ୍ରୟାସ ଜାରି ରହୁ। ଆଜିର ଏଇ ଚାପ୍ଟର ସରିଯାଇଛି, କାଲି ପରୀକ୍ଷା 3ଟା ବେଳେ ତମକୁ ଟେଲିଗ୍ରାମ ଚ୍ୟାନେଲ ମାଷ୍ଟର ଅଫ ଇଂଲିଶ ଟେଲିଗ୍ରାମ ଚ୍ୟାନେଲରେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଦେଇ ଦିଆଯିବ। ତମ ପାଖରେ 2ଟା ପେସେଜ ରହିବ, 2ଟା ପେସେଜରେ 20 ମାର୍କର ପରୀକ୍ଷା, 5 10ଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍। ତମକୁ ସେଇ 10ଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ର ଆନ୍ସର କରିକି ଦବ ତମେ, ଆଉ ଯେମିତି ଏକ୍ସାମିନର ମାନେ ଖାତା ଦେଖନ୍ତି ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି ସେଇ ଭଳିଆ ତମର ଖାତାର ମାର୍କିଂ କରା ଦିଆଯିବ। କାଲି ହଉଛି ପ୍ରଥମ ପରୀକ୍ଷା, ତ କାଲି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆନ୍ସର ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରିବା, ତା ସହିତ ରିଜଲ୍ଟ ବି ଡିକ୍ଲେୟାର କରିବା 7:45 ରେ ସେମ୍ ଟାଇମରେ। ସି ୟୁ ଦେୟାର, ଷ୍ଟେଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ମାଷ୍ଟର ଅଫ ଇଂଲିଶ। ଟେକ୍ କେୟାର, ଜୟ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ।